Leucovorin week 8. We've reached the 2-month mark. Okay, this week I have seen a mix of really good nights of sleep and some mediocre nights of sleep where she's been waking in the middle of the night or having a really hard time getting to sleep but then sleeping all night. Again, this week she is very, very vocal. She is making these very loud vocalizations, almost like she's trying to play with her voice. And it's really interesting. A lot of the time, it's closer to like right before bed or in the middle of the night, too. This week specifically, I've been hearing these vocalization sounds very often in the morning time, the late afternoon as well, but mostly in the morning if I'm going to see it during the day. There was one day when I said, "Good morning, Ella, hi," and she goes, "Hi." Mostly, I'm seeing like she's playing with her voice in a different tone and very, very loud, like I've never seen before. There's like no words. It's just, she's very, very loud this week and determined to play around with different tones of voice. I did post a couple days back. We had the scare with the hives and her having to go by ambulance to the hospital. I do not believe this had anything to do with the leucovorin, seeing as that she's been on this for 8 weeks. We have had no issue whatsoever, and we've had no issue since. I posted also like probably the last couple weeks about some frustration I've been seeing in her, and I really believe it's because her pool bit the dust for the summer, and so we did find like one of those really tiny round pools just so at least she can sit in something to cool off and just be in water. And we replaced the pool area where we had her pool with a splash pad, which she doesn't really like. I think that the feeling of like being sprayed is like too intense for her. So when we turn off the splash pad and it just like has that pooled water in the middle, she does prefer that. But when it's turned on, she doesn't really like it that much. She'll kind of stick her legs in it in a little bit, but that's about it. She actually just prefers sitting in the little pool more. So at this point, we're so close to the end of the summer, we are just going to revisit the pool situation closer to springtime, and we'll get a better pool next year, and she'll be very happy about that. Ella has been very bored because we've been off of extended school year for 2.5 weeks, and she goes back to school this week. I think she just is looking forward to routine just as much as I am. She's been cooped up in the house. We can't go anywhere. She's really intense right now. I believe we're getting into pre-hormonal stages here, where maybe some of her frustration is also some puberty starting a little bit early, or like showing signs of it. I not necessarily completely starting it, but like the pre-signs. She's probably feeling things in her body, the start of things. Again, lots of very intense hyperactive moments. Overall, this has been a pretty good week for being a week of a full moon. There was definitely the days leading up to and after the full moon that were very intense, very highly sleep disturbed, and I posted it a couple days back as well of her having those intense moments in the late afternoon with her swing, where she was just very hyperactive on her swing and making a lot of vocalizations, a lot of movement, a lot of stimming. So that definitely happened closer to the full moon. I feel like a lot of these more intense behaviors I've been seeing are definitely related to frustration, being out of routine, the full moon, just being bored, wanting to get out of the house in a new environment, and her being mad because her pool's gone. Also, with the pool situation, it's really sad because she doesn't understand that it's gone. I don't know if she thinks I can just pull it out of like storage and just set it down for the day, because she keeps going to her life jacket and bringing it to me for me to put it on, as if I put it on, she can get in the pool and I can just like whip it out. And unfortunately, that's not how it works. So she is confused. I think she thinks if she requests pool on her communication device that the pool will appear. So that's hard because I can't explain it to her. Okay, if anything else major happens during week 8 of leucovorin, I will let you know. We are on 15 milligrams in the morning and 15 milligrams in the afternoon still, and did go to a doctor's appointment, and we agreed that once she hits the 3-month mark, the protocol does say at 3 months, you should be doing 25 milligrams in the morning and 25 milligrams in the afternoon. So we upped our prescription, we filled it, I have it on hand, and when we hit the 3-month mark, I will be upping it to that protocol. So I don't know if maybe then we'll see a lot of changes because that's significantly different than what she's doing now. So I'll keep you updated if anything more happens this week. And my next post about the leucovorin will most likely be on week 9 next week.